the Pac-12 tournament like a second chance or last chance to kind of make amends for a frustrating season?
Yeah, it's a new season.
Yeah.
We're 0-0, everybody is, and it's a great opportunity. And that's all you can ask for in life. And the one thing that we know, this is our last opportunity, so we better make the most of it. Play like it could be our last game, because it could, and it's win or go home.
Do you like the way your team's been playing maybe this last week and a half or two?
Absolutely, yeah. Ever since the Arizona game, after that game, I made it, pretty public that it was rock bottom, and I feel like our team has responded from them. We've played with great passion, great intensity, great effort, and so I certainly expect that to continue. And you better play that way when you go into tournament basketball, because again, every game could be your last. And I like the way we've been going at it.
I guess it's no surprise that that's coincided with Josh Scott getting a lot healthier, and the way he played in the Washington games.
Helps a lot. I mean, to have him back, and he had 21 against Washington and 32 against Washington State. He's running, he's finishing, he looks like the old Josh Scott. So that's important, and we need to get some guys going with him and get some inside-outside action going. We're going to need that against Oregon State, because they play that 2-3 zone, and we're going to need to make some shots against those guys.
Do you like the matchup against Oregon State?
Yeah, they're fresh in our minds. We just played them 2.5 weeks ago in Corvallis, and they got us there. So, Wayne Tinkle's done a great job this year, but you just play who the bracket says you're going to play. Whether I like it or don't like it really is inconsequential. We just got to go, take the approach. We got to win a game on Wednesday. You live to see another day.
I know defense is always high on your list of priorities, but it seems like the offense has sort of come around here recently, but there's still some defensive lapses that are cost you that Washington State game.
Absolutely. You scored 91 points on the road, you're supposed to win that game. So our offense has gotten better. Now, we played Arizona State, we played Washington, we played Washington State. If you look at the defensive field goal percentage in our league, those are 10th, 11th, and 12th teams.
Right.
So, but still, you have to put the ball in the basket, and we've done that. And we have to move the ball, and we've done that. So I think there's some good things that are happening, and it's going to be critical, because Oregon State's one of the better defensive teams in our league. They play that zone, and they're used to it. They're good at it. They got two really good guards at the top of it who are very active. Gary Payton was just named Defensive Player of the Year in our league, and Vivier is playing as good as any guard in our league right now. So we've got our hands full.
You've been through a few of these, Tad. Is there a formula for success in a conference tournament?
I think the only formula is your players have got to be peaking and to be emotionally, obviously physically healthy, and you got to have guys in your locker room that want the season to continue. And believe it or not, with 12 teams in the league, I'm not sure there's 12 locker rooms that feel like that. And you got to be darn sure that Colorado's just one of them. And I think it is. I've got a sense after the Washington State game, and it's almost like a rebirth. And we'll find out. We'll practice here today and have a couple practices before we tip it off Wednesday night. But I think the biggest formula is you got to have players that want to. They have that never say die attitude, and they want to live to see another day. And if they do, you got a chance.
Now, you find a little bit more of a comfort level the second time around against that zone?
Yeah, we had a chance to watch it on film. We actually watched film last night and saw some of the things that we didn't do against it the first time, and also saw some things that we did do well against it at times. And again, it comes down to consistently attacking that thing and not settling for jump shots. You're going to have to make some jump shots at some point. There's no question about it. But playing inside out and getting the ball where we want to get the ball, certainly haven't seen it once before. I don't know if it makes it any easier, but I think we understand it a little bit better.
What makes Payton such a good defensive player?
He's tremendously athletic. He's got great hands. He's got great feet. Got great anticipation, and he plays extremely hard. I think the biggest thing is to see a guy that we watched a clip in our game where he helped on a drive from Askia Booker, and we kicked it out to Dom Collier for a jump shot, and he helped on the drive, and he closed out and blocked the jump shot. I mean, it's big time play, and it's made by a guy with great effort, great athleticism, great great anticipation, great feet, great hands. It's a good play.
You mentioned the women's team had that last week. Is there anything you guys can take from watching?
Absolutely, yeah. I think, I look at the way our 3 seniors play, Jasmine and Lexi and Jen, and yeah, the intensity that they played with and the resolve, and you could just see it in their body language. You could see it how they came out of timeouts, how they went into timeouts. They had great energy, great passion. You could tell that those 3 seniors did not want their careers to end, and I think the rest of the team fed off of that. So I think we can learn a lot from them. I was really proud of the way they performed. Again, they didn't beat Cal, but it wasn't because they weren't giving their best effort. They did us proud.
Before the season, Oregon State pegged by most people to finish 11th or 12th in the conference. How impressed have you been with Wayne Tinkle and what he's done there?
He's done a great job. Yeah, I mean, he's taken a group very, very thin, limited scholarship players, and they've got a good nucleus. Again, I mentioned Peyton and DeVivier, 2 very good guards. And I think you got to have good guard play to win in any league. But Wayne's done a great job. They bought into the culture. You could tell when we played in Corvallis. I mean, the community, the way they're supporting that team, it was a whole different animal than what we've seen there since we've been in the league in terms of the energy in the building. So very, very good home team. They struggle on the road like a lot of teams, but Wayne's done a great job.
You seem to have settled into a little bit of a rotation the last couple of games. Trayshawn, do you like that rotation, what you've been doing, or do you see some changes?
Yeah, no, I figure we'll stay the same way. And again, depends on kind of who's playing well. I went with Xavier Talton late against Washington State instead of Dom Collier, but again, it wasn't anything. Dom picked up a couple fouls and was struggling a little bit, but so game to game, it may who plays and how much they play will be dependent upon how well they're playing. Kind of again, we need shooters against that zone at some point. Defensively, how guys are playing, but in terms of who starts and who's coming off the bench, we'll probably keep the same.
What do you like to achieve out of Trayshawn?
Well, he's a good shooter. I mean, he made 2 threes, against Washington State that we needed. We needed him to make some threes against Oregon State. So, he's a good shooter. He's getting better off the dribble. Again, defensively, I think we're still looking for that consistency on the defensive perimeter. And Trayshawn's not the only one. We're looking for that from everybody.